All right. All right. Yep. Let's get the thing started here. Let's make sure everything's going right. Everything's plugged in. It appears we might be ready to go ahead and start the show. I think so. What's up, guys? Hopefully everybody's doing well today. George, how you doing, bud? Oh, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastical day. It's been a slow grind. I had problems sleeping last night. For those people that were here late last night, we got bug attacked. We were attacked by either a beetle or a bee or something last night when we were wrapping up our streams. So we just went ahead and finished up there. Got out of that. So yeah. That was the jam. Oh. Alexa, play notification.
One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for Lee's Summit. It'll be in effect until July 14th, 7 p.m. CDT.
All right. You heard it. We could get storms, although it's pretty blue sky right now, I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So how's everybody's Friday? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. Having some good weekend, either relaxing or some plans or something good going on that you want, that you need mentally and physically, that you're just going to enjoy. Hopefully that's the thing. We've been playing the heck out of the Xenonauts 2 the last few days, and I hopefully will be able to work in making a video is my goal on that, because I'd like to do a little review video. I don't know. I'm one or two things. I know some people. First off, I'm not a great video creator. Let's be honest. That's not me. I want to get better at it. I just never find the time to really do it, right? So I'm kind of in the mode where I don't know if I want to try to do longer format videos for it, or if I just want to do shorts, like short videos, like boom, 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 check this one out. This is what it's about. There it is. Keep them like 1-2 minute videos, and that way we put them on TikTok like that. Or if I want to do longer format, might do a little bit of both. Who knows? It just kind of depends on how it goes. We got that going on, so I want to do that for the Xenonauts. We're going to probably take a peek here at Jagged Alliance 3 today. I'm pretty excited about that. Also, kind of a similar type of format game. A little bit more AAA-esque, but still turn-based strategy, XCOM-y type setup like that, where it's got real-time plus that, if that makes sense. So it's like goes into the scenario of kind of like a Desperados, for those of you who are familiar with the Desperados series. So, but this is also, Jagged Alliance been around. This is the third edition of that. I believe it's also THQ. I think produced by the same people that have done the entirety of the series and whatnot. So, should be pretty good. We're going to do that sponsored stream as well. Yeah. And other than that, just looking at different stuff for do some mobile streaming things. I got all this equipment. I'd like to break it out and actually use it on some of that content. I think that'd be fun as well. So yeah, that's where we're at with stuff right now. We're looking at all these things all at once and having a good time with that. So the one things I could use for some of the multi-stream type stuff, I think, would be I know I've got so many gimbals, but we want to check out another gimbal, I think, because this one's actually rated for the weight of my phone, and I'm kind of excited about that, because most of the time, for those people who know what type of phones I usually use Android phones. Haven't had an Apple phone in a long time, but I've been pretty committed to using the larger Samsungs, and a lot of larger Samsungs do not fit the proper gimbals and whatnot of what they have. So I'm thinking about getting the newer Insta360 gimbal, which also has a cold shoe for the microphone and all that stuff. So I think it might be a pretty good setup. I don't know if I want to drop the money on it right now. I'm trying to be really conservative on what products I buy, just because I want to make it, meaningful to the stream. Trying to be a little more comprehensive in that. But I need to encourage myself to get out there and do some things. So I think this is the jam, though. I think I'm gonna get this thing and do it. The creator kit looks really good to me. It's got, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. It's got a lot of neat bells and whistles on it, but the main thing for me, it's very portable. I have expensive camera gimbal mounts and stuff like that, but this one is pretty simple, straightforward. Clips your phone right in it. The thing I've always had a problem with my phones has been the case, in essence, because the clamp around the case doesn't seem to always take the bite, and maybe that's just my bad choice in cases, than anything. But the case has been an issue, and then trying to find one that bites right around that and also holds the phone well has been challenging. So, but I think I want to give this a shot. I'm going to have to look up a few more reviews on it, but I think that's going to be the one for me. And try that. I need to review more of these products. I have so many of these things that I've collected over the years. I should do more reviews on some of them. And the fact it's got the built-in selfie stick for the dangle, I really like it. I really like the idea of it. Look at this.
This is now yet another piece of my filmmaking gear that permanently lives in my backpack. So it's called the Insta360 Flow. See how it's not recording? Watch this. Raise my hand. Flashes this light at me. Now it's recording. See how it's following me? It's doing that by itself. And I can even go behind the tree and it still follows me. It's like having a cameraman that's smart and does exactly as it's told, all by itself.
It's pretty cool. And it does say on it it's compatible with my phone, so we're in the nitty-gritty of it. That's 22 Ultras. Yeah, I think it's going to be a thing. Because then I can go take you guys on some of my walks and stuff like that. And I know I did have somebody comment saying like, well, you're streaming more often every day of the week, but you're not doing long streams like you usually do. And I think a lot of that's just because with me adjusting to my diet and trying all that stuff, I'm trying to produce content and still balance all that stuff too. at the same time. So we're trying to find different ways of how I stay engaged with the audience doing the streams as well as that. Plus, we're dividing our time between Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, or Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, kind of. So it's a lot of different angles all at once. It's a lot of different angles all at once. So we'll see what happens there. Anyways, we'll get back to that a little bit later. Let's see. So what do you guys say? Should we check out, do you think we should check out the Jagged Alliance 3? Or should we do some more Xenonauts? Or what do you guys think? Chat. For those people with a pulse. I kind of want to check out Jagged Alliance, but I also have been enjoying the Xenonauts a lot. So I don't know if we should just continue our Xenonaut campaign right now and do it that way, or if we should come back and I don't know. I'm a little bit torn, to be honest. A little bit torn. It's in our update for Cosmic Materials on a small patch. You know what my son asked me earlier before I went in there? My son asked me, he goes, "Hey, Dad, you know, I really want, check out the new one." I think so too. He said, "I really want a mouse and keyboard for Christmas." And I'm sitting there going, mouse and keyboard for Christmas? You don't have a working computer right now. You know? I'm like, what? What are you gonna do with a mouse and keyboard with no computer? He's like, "But you're getting me one, right? Right, Dad? You're gonna get that one set up?" And I'm like, so starting to feel the pressure, the dad provider pressure. It's like, oh man, I've been trying to wait for the IQ stuff, and I know it's going to be a huge expenditure, but I don't know. I want to get them into their computer. Plus, I want to reclaim my bedroom. Like, my bedroom has been like hijacked by my children's because of this computer debacle. I guess the question lies, do I really need to do the custom loop on the new machine? Or do I just put a AIO in there? You know what I mean? I mean, that's a question, George. Do I just put an AIO in, which is just a closed loop, you know, regular water cooling system, and just buy the card, just throw the card in there, just do it. Forget about, you know, doing the full custom loop. I mean, it may be cheaper. Maybe. Probably would be by a little bit. Or do I just stick to my guns, wait for the rest of the IQ Link stuff to come out, and then do the regular Hydro X with the new IQ Link custom stuff? I don't know. That's where I'm kind of at it, because it's not cheap either way I go. Custom loops way too much work in your opinion? It is, but I'll tell you the main benefit, and to me, it's the quietness. The quietness of not having a graphics card that has fans on it spin up. Because when I do the custom loop The main benefit for me is the fact I take that card, take the coolers off of it, makes it smaller format, put the block around it, and it becomes part of the loop. And the only way to do that is really the custom loop. You cannot, they don't have an AIO that I know of that will work with a card reconfigurator. So that's the advantage for me. I'm in agreement with you, George, on the fact I wouldn't do a custom loop just for the looks or just for, hey, I want to do a custom loop. But the benefit of what I did here, now the pain in the ass, I'm probably going to get rid of. The pain in the ass of this was bending all those tubes. I'm probably going to go with the soft tube build on the next one, I think. Because I can always come back and change it out to a hard tube if I wanted. But the fact I had to, I wouldn't mind rebending some of the stuff I have there anyway. On this build, to be perfectly honest, but the fact that my card and the CPU cooler are just liquid, and then all the fans are just high-end fans on the case and the radiators itself, has been so nice. So nice. I don't know. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'll probably just do a soft line on the next one, just to, that way I don't have the headache of all the hard line work. Because you get the same benefit out of it. It doesn't look as clean. But I don't know that I care. I don't know that I care. Because, like, I don't know. We've looked at mine many times before. It's always hard to see with the light and everything. Oh, my God. My desk a mess, as always. It's not atypical of my desk. But this is mine that I built where I bent all the tubing. And you can see, you might not be able to tell from this perspective, but this one right here is crooked. Because it doesn't line up, and it drives me a little crazy every time I look at it because it's not exactly square. But that was the hardest bend I did, where I had to bend here, come up, over. Because a lot of people just join it, right? They don't even do that. They'll just put the joints just to tease in it. No. I went full long bends on all my stuff. I did not do any of the elbows, any of that crap, and this cut tube between it. I went hardcore, and I bent every single piece of this thing the exact shape of what would work with the pattern. At the top, I feel like I did a real good parallel job with the two rods there going to the top radiator. I'm pretty proud of that one, because it goes the whole way the fluid cycles is it goes into the, you see it go into the top into the side radiator, right, in and out of there, into the top radiator, in and out of there, comes back in the reservoir, and then it also loops out and it cools the card. See, look how small this card is now. I mean, it's not small, but it looks how small it is. This is the 3080 Ti, right? So 3080 Ti, it needs a little fluid, actually. I need to add a little bit. 3080 Ti, no fans, vertical mounted it. It's so quiet. So quiet. I love the way this build turned out. I really do. There's things, I'm always going to nitpick myself. There's always things I feel like I could improve on and stuff like that. But as far as a complete everything, me doing it completely myself, you always buy an AIO for the CPU and GPU and the AIO built in personally. I haven't built. Is there an AIO for a 4090? That's pretty good, you've seen? That's not like $4,000? maybe I'm missing the boat on something. Maybe I'm not looking at something there that I should be. I don't know who Eswolf is. Eswolf makes one, apparently. And most of them I see are for reference cards. You'd still have to tear down the card and do all that. It's of your pay grade. Well, I mean, to be fair, the 3080 I have, George, it cost me $2,000 when I got it. A 4090 right now, I can get a 4090 NVIDIA Tough Card for $1,700. Which, because I'm thinking this build will be the last build I do for a long time on the computer. You know, I want this machine to last at least 5 years, 6 years, I would like. And I think a 4090 would put me right there where I don't have to, don't have to mess with it again for a while. Because there's not a lot out there that touches a 4090 now, not game-wise even, but on productivity-wise, anything else. And it sounds like they don't plan on making anything to upgrade beyond they aren't going to make 5,000 series cards until maybe next year into fall. They're looking like 2024, 2025, maybe even on some of them. I bet it's 2024 because I can't see them going 2 years without pushing out a card. Yeah, because they put out the 40 series October 2022, and then they do them every 2 years as their big series updates. Yeah, but for example, like the AOIs, when I'm sitting there searching here, George, like for GPUs, $400, $500, $600, $700 on some of these. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, if I'm gonna spend, my thing is always like, if I'm gonna spend, I have this thing. If I'm not buying something dirt cheap, I have a big problem with middle tier shit. I either want stuff that's like really good and cheap, or if I'm gonna get something else and the quality level is that much better, I'll buy the best. You know what I mean? If it's that much better, if the difference is substantial, I'll buy the best, and then I don't have to worry about it, or at least close to the best as I can afford. Because the difference between like do they even have 4080 Ti's? I don't even think they have 4080 Ti's. I don't even think they have those out yet. That's probably what they'll release this fall. They usually come out with the TIs in the fall before they release a new line of stuff. Because I think the 4080 Ti is going to be something like $1,400. So there it goes. Andreas, what's up, buddy? I usually get NVIDIA, like Asus cards. Okay. $2,149. So to say $2,200, $2,300. And that is for a 4090 with built-in AIO attached. This one I can, yes. This one I can. It depends. I gotta look one to one because some of these I have to put my blockers up. But this one right here is $2,200. Is it wrong for me to have a problem that it's a 2-fan AIO? Because I have a big problem with that. Is that wrong for me to feel that way? It is a lot of money. I mean, the card itself is $1,700 though. Here's the thing I worry about with that. Are those 120s? I'd have to look to double check. Because when you have fewer fans, they usually run at a much higher RPM, George. And I like it when they're quiet. In my case, as you've seen, holds 4 fan radiator sizes. I'm afraid these fans would be like on nuclear, it'd be like, sometimes they get as loud as the ones on the cards do. You know what I mean? That'd be my concern. The other thing is too, when you go with a cooling system, I like all the cooling system to talk to each other, right? Because for years, all I've done, and I'm probably spoiled under the Corsair stuff, but for years, the other ones I've always gotten is like, unless they're the same model brand with the same fan brand and all that stuff, the fans will work, but sometimes they have temperature control issues. Sometimes they don't like to talk to each other right. Just like when you're using different peripheral products, it'll put a generic driver in your BIOS for this type of fan, But if you have an all-inclusive thing, like I control everything, mine through the IQ stuff. It does look like they're probably 140s. You're probably right. If they're 140s, you're probably right. They're probably bigger. God, that card's ugly as hell, though. Not that it matters. It's in a case. I know. I'm aesthetics junkie here. It's like take me back to 1986. It's like what is that? It's like a print on somebody's t-shirt. Yeah. The plus side to going with AIOs instead of the full deal is if you need to change a part, it doesn't have to be okay, liquid cool. Now you got to liquid cool this. It has to fit inside the piping system and all that. So I would agree there. It's definitely an interesting quandary there. I've also just been back and forth on the motherboard still. The motherboard I've been looking at is also Asus, by the way. It is not the Prime. It's not even a Strix, actually. These are the Primes. Mine was a Hero. I think it's a 790Z Extreme I was looking at. I have the build here on Part Picker that I've been working with. So this is the build I've been looking at, as you can see. So we're going to go with the i9 13900K processor. We're going to go, this is the board we were looking at. It was the ROG Maximus Hero. We're looking at doing 128 gigs of RAM. Because RAM's gotten cheap, man. Woo! Love it. I think I paid this much for my 64 gigs of RAM back when. We're looking at doing 4 terabytes NVMe, and then we'll probably slap in some of our, other drives. Hero boards are pretty consistent for me. I don't mind gigabyte boards. I don't use them myself hardly ever, just because I find a superior Hero board. This one's actually come down in price quite a bit. But I've always wondered, and this is going to my personal air cooling fantasies or water cooling fantasies. I don't know. Do they make a Hero board that is liquid cooled? Because I know they have liquid cooled boards where you circulate the board into your system. I have all my Hero boards from all time still. And they're in most of the other operational computers that we have for our house still. One of the more exciting things isn't only this new build, is I'm going to take all the old failed builds that have, like, the kids have broken, and we're going to see what we can pirate together. So I'm looking forward to doing a whole line of content on taking apart their systems, fixing them in one way or another, and making reusable computers out of them, figure out what failure points are there, and doing that. So, which I normally don't do, because I'm a total shelve it, make it work. and then build me a fresh one guy. So I'll building me a fresh one for this, for the stream. But then all the hand-me-downs, I'm going to take inventory, and we're going to build some machines for the kiddos to use out of what we have left over. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, but we're looking at all this. Obviously, I think we're going to go with the Asus Tough Gaming Overclock 4090. I'm going to use the exact same case I have here that I just showed you, George. Buy a new one, but then both my cases would be identical. And I actually bought a new console table to put them on against the wall over there, which means the entire studio is going to be minorly adjusted. And then those are going to sit on that console against the wall here in series, which means we have to do a rewire. It's a lot of work. It's got a lot of stuff we got planned here. And then we're going to a 1500 watt power supply. It's a big dog. And Windows 11, of course. Hey, man, I'm down. You want me to build you one? I enjoy building them. I am not fast at building them, though. If you want something thrown together, I can do that. If you want something like custom bent, cooler looped, all that stuff, it'll be a few weeks because I take my time on those because I enjoy it, but I like to do it right. And I like to, you know, I think I went through like 2 or 3 build kits worth of tubes on this one just because it was like, I'm so, ooh. And then finally I was so exhausted with messing with it and I just wanted the machine to work. This one really complicated bend I just put in there. Every other one is perfectly right squared, but one of them is not. And there will come a day where I will go back into this machine and probably rebend that line because it just drives me a little apeshit. But I just try not to overly focus on it now. Because I've got all the stuff to bend now since I built this one. Because I liked it. But I think this next one will do soft tubing, like I was telling George, just to put it in there. Yeah, if you don't want it water cooled, I'm okay with not doing that. Because I've only done one where I custom did the water cooling. But now that I've done it, I like how quiet it is. And the fact is, it makes sense. You're trying to regulate the overall temperature case, right? Like you want your GPU to be cool. You want your CPU to be cool. You want your board not to overheat too, right? You want everything to remain cool. Why wouldn't you want a radiator system similar to an automobile that cools the entire engine? Right? And pitting AIOs is great, but pitting AIOs, I feel like, has multiple points of failure potential in them, right? Because it's not a full circulatory system. It is a partial circulatory system. Now, cost-wise, AIO is 100% the way to go. They last forever. I've never had one fail. We've had ones in some of our oldest machines for over 5-6 years, right? They're great. And if one F's up, then just get a new one. But having a full circulatory system where you can watch all your temps for everything, you know, if the water's at X, everything's at X, right? If the CPU's heating it up, then it's going to be the whole circulatory system heats up. So that's the flow, you know? Because technically when you use an AIO, there's water in your machine anyway. The difference is trusting yourself to secure lines that are like, oof. Now, the downside to doing liquid cooling, I would say, is it petrifies the hell out of me, the idea of shipping a computer that has liquid cooling in. I don't care if it's built at Origin or whatever. I'm just like, man, you moving that thing around like in freight, and you can forget about that with me. I don't think so. I think that thing's gonna leak like a sieve at some point, right? Considering those tubes only go in there about 1/8 to 1/4 inch at most when they grip on there, I'm like, I don't know, buddy. I don't know about that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. And it says here there's potential incompatibilities. I know everybody's like always pointing that out to me, but it'll say the incompatibilities. Number one warning is the 13900 does not include a stock cooler. So it's like, hey, where's your cooler at? And I don't have that in there, which would be, I don't think they even offer like how you do a custom. I wonder if they do. I don't even see anything for that. Unless you're doing an AIO or a stack fan cooler, it's not going to let you put that in your build, which kind of sucks, but you know. This whole build is, it's not a bad price for the way I've got it designed for a new super top-end computer, considering half that money is about the graphics card, right? Now, custom cooling on top of that, that's where you get into some expenditure. Because once you add the fans, which I know people are like, fans? That doesn't cost much. They're like $3 fans. No. Well, the fans I buy are really good. I've only had one fan failure ever. Well, 3 fan failures ever. And they've all been from other people's products. My Corsair fans never had a failure. I have every Corsair fan I've ever had. They've never failed. So take that for what it is. But once you get your fans, right, you're going to talk another few $100s there. Once you put in, if you're putting in your water loops, all that stuff, I'd say probably doing the full water loop on this one with all the supporting stuff, the pump and all that shit, is probably $1,000. So then you're more in the $5,400 range. That's why I say it's probably going to be $6,000. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Looks like 2 fans are standard. I think most AIOs for GPUs, you are correct. And they have to be, for the cost point and the fact that some people, the reason they do that conversion, George, is to put it in a medium form factor case instead of a full ATX tower. Which I can respect, right? Not everybody has the real estate or desire to have a big ass, box on their desk or anything like that. And I can totally appreciate that. But that would be my presumption why it is such, you know what I mean? It is that way because of that fact. Because you can't always put a triple stack or a quad stack, fan mounted radiator in there. So There's a Gigabyte Aurorus. Aurorus is supposed to be pretty good. I like Gigabyte as a company. I haven't used any of their water cooling products though either. I just wonder. Watch this video before wasting money on Z90 boards.
Hey guys, the next gen Intel CPUs are launching just around the corner, and that means a flood of motherboards are coming. As always, there'll be options for everyone and then some. And to be honest, many motherboards are essentially copies of each other. With this in mind, we have secured a bunch of Z790 motherboards. The important question is, do you intend to do some overclocking? Out a little later on. You would have some trade-offs in features, but also save a buck on the board. The next important thing is not to ignore 600 series motherboards, as they are compatible with both 12 and 13 gen Intel CPUs. All you need to do is update the BIOS, and using specific ports, update the BIOS without having the CPU installed. For boards without this feature, you have to get compatible CPU, boot into BIOS, and only then do the upgrade. Another quality of life feature is the button to clear CMOS. This is super useful. Having at least one x16 Gen 5 expansion directly to the CPU, while Hero boards actually have 2 x16 slots, but if one of them is populated, they would both run in x8 mode. The rest of the slots across these motherboards connect to the chipset first. There's a similar situation with NVMe drives, while the expansion slots, but not all of them are connected directly to the CPU due to the lane limitations. They all support at least one x16 Gen 5 expansion directly to the CPU, while Hero boards actually have 2 x16 slots, but if one of them is populated, they would both run in x8
That's
mode.
right.
The rest of the slots
Divides it.
across these motherboards connect to the chipset first. There's a similar situation with NVMe drives, while both 12 and 13 gen CPUs support
Sub
Gen
badges.
5.
What happened? Did the bot miss my sub badges? Weird. For kick, you mean? I mean, the bot doesn't. That's kick that puts a sub badge on you. I don't see one in your name in the kick dashboard at all, no. But when I click on your name, it says you're a 1 month subscriber. Is it a display option in the badge thing, you think? Yep, you're number one. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I thought so. That's usually it. It's like same thing like Twitch. They have display options, and every time they update their options or anything, it's going to click that off on you. Yeah, it'll click it off because people can choose to be incognito if they want.
Drives, there aren't any on the market just yet, so I won't focus on that too much. With that being said, the higher end Strix E has the onboard PCIe Gen 5 SSD support, and both last and current gen Hero boards can support PCIe Gen 5 drive with the included ROG Hyper M.2 card. We put together a quick summary covering PCIe expansions with generations and lane configurations, as well as NVMe compatibility.
This is the one we're looking at. Yeah, it's exactly like this. The one we're looking at getting. This is the one I currently have. This is the 690 for the 12,091. So
Happy that for wide networking, the 2.5 gigabit networking is now the new norm. You will have it on all these boards. Most of them are using Intel chip, with exception of the budget-friendly Prime P, which uses Realtek chip. As to wireless, we have Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2 across all the boards. When it comes to USB connectivity, this is where we see a lot of differences, starting with the type of connection, speed, or even power capabilities. Have a look at this table. The information is broken down into front header connections as well as rear USBs. Do bear in mind that for front header connections, you'll need to ensure your case or even separate modules you install support what you're aiming for. On the Hero motherboard, you can have front panel USB 3.2 Gen 2 x 2 with 60 watt charging, but you must install an additional power cable to the motherboard, and probably an extra brain for yourself to understand what that USB name actually means. At the high end, we now see boards with multiple 4 ports in Type-C connector, as well as multiple crazy.
Either way, Maximus Hero models or the Bombay. That's the ones I go with. That's what I stick with. And I usually don't have any problems then. You know what I mean? They're at look, they're listening to me. They're adding it right on the front page of what I click on. Where to buy it? Of course. Mm. Yeah. Of course. Asus has their own cooling products? What? Well, I knew they had AIOs. I thought they were talking about something else. These are like the same board. What does the Apex have that this doesn't for $70? Curious now. It's a 690, but I'm curious what that has. Let's just compare them, shall we? Yeah, I figured they probably were. I mean, it's a small case area. People are going to get that, right? So this is the Apex. This is the Hero, and the last one's the Extreme, which doesn't give you any comparison info. That's really nice of them. It's compare or not. This one only has a 2 dim, and it costs more money. So it only holds 2 RAM sticks. What the frack is that about? Same. This one's got hyper M.2 key slots as well. Oh, I know, right? Where you gonna? Well, I mean, I already put 32 gigs. I guess you could have 64 pretty easy in it if you really wanted to. But this machine I wanted to make. This is the new God machine that I wanted to build. So therefore, you know. Yeah, pump header. That's interesting. Water flow. Wow. You have water flow connectors? Did the 690 have that? I can't remember. I don't think so. It's not even a comparison to that. I don't know why they're doing that. Man, this goes up to 7,600 overclock speed. I'm looking at getting maybe something around 6 to 64 on the memory. It's going to be a beast in itself. You imagine, like, 128 gigs of RAM. Let's go. I'm excited about that. Oh, SC runs nice now, but yeah. It runs. It's not client side. I have no issues now client side with Star Citizen. So. I'm super excited about this IQ Link system. Have you looked at this, George? For the IQ Link stuff? Super excited about it. Fans are super expensive, though. I'm just saying. But super excited about this stuff. Alexa, play notification.
One new notification. From Amazon Shopping. From Mitch. Skincare products has arrived.
Soap. Skincare products. It's hand soap. Well, one of my biggest problems is all the fan wires, right? And this acts like it's a series connector where it's one wire and then the fans interlink, right? So this is it. This replaces your commander, your fan commander, like from Corsair. You just do plug, plug, and then they all daisy chain together plug. But it's not a series. One fan can fail and the thing keeps going. It's not a series link. So it will keep going anyway. It's like a multi-parallel series thing like that. So it won't just like this point failure, they all go out. But I don't have any other cables but that. One goes to each block of fans. So I'll be able to go plug, radiator, and fans. Plug, radiator, fans. And I'm done. And I'm done. That's going to be so nice. Yeah. It's going to be so nice. The challenge is, that's why I really am trying to wait to do this build until they get the rest of these components out. Because they don't have the HydroX stuff out for it yet. They have these AIOs and the fans. They don't have the HydroX stuff out for it yet. And the HydroX would be because you can get your blocks for the GPU and then do your soft or hard tubing and all that stuff. And it all goes in there. And it has the new readouts on it on the actual blocks. So you have the temp right on top of the CPU or right on the GPU or right wherever, depending where you want it at. I heard our hand soap arrived.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, just now.
I keep on playing notifications on my echoing bedroom, and they keep on playing it in another room.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. $5090s aren't coming out till fall of 2024. Because we're at the mid-year. They'll come out with more TIs, the 40 series TIs this fall. But yeah. Well, they're scheduled to come third quarter. We're in third quarter, but third quarter's long. So sometime between now and September. So they're here. They're just not ready for me yet. I've actually tweeted him a couple times about it too. Can I? Please. Please. I really want to try this mouse too. Now that I've done some other mice and whatnot, I really want to try out this mouse specifically. They just price this shit too damn high for me. $170 though. Give me a break. I guess that's just where we're at with shit. But the reason I want this mouse is because the way I use my thumb buttons are my main buttons that I hit when I do things in game, like voice and all that stuff. But I don't want to go full Naga, you know what I mean? So.
This one was up and it leaked in the bag.
Fantastic. It was open or is it cracked?
It's open.
Awesome. Well, pour that shit back in that bottle. That's expensive. So, SB Games, what's going on? I do see you. How you doing? I have been a super fan of the 502 Logitech for years. I finally broke out. I ended up getting the Corsair. Which Corsair mouse do I have right now on my main? I'm doing all right. The Corsair mouse I currently use is, I can't remember the name of it. I have to go look at it here in a second. Give me mice. I currently use, where you at? Right here. I think it's this one. Is it the Dark Core? No. It might be the Dark Core. Nope, it's not that one. It's got the same similar texture pad to it. I don't see it though. Iron Claw's weird. This one's got a, this one's got a really odd, like extra configuration there, and I don't. It's, they just slid the thumb buttons up really high for me. Mm-hmm. Oh, appreciate that, SB Games. Okay, he's back. Welcome back. Yeah, we stream. The great thing about streaming on both Kick and YouTube is you can do it at the same time, and then I unify it through my Lumia stream. So that way I can kind of see everybody at once. So that makes it nice. Yeah, go ahead. Shoot. You got a question? Maybe they don't make mine anymore. I think it used to be called like the Night Blade or something like that. It's not Night Saber, something like that. But anyway, it's really similar to the swoosh on the Dark Core and whatnot. So that way it's got that thumb rest. I don't find myself, I like the thumb rest, just kind of the cradle thing, but I don't think I use it as much as I thought I did for like support or anything. It's just, so I think I'd rather, oh wait, this is it. I have the Night Sword. It's the number one up here. This is the one I use right now, and I do like it. I kind of feel like I'd like to have one more thumb buttons though. So this is the one I use right now though. Night Sword RGB. But it is corded, and I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with it being corded. I've used a corded mice most of the time. How much did I pay for this thing? It's $90. But the Dark Star, the only reason I'm interested in this one is because of this button layout, and it's got a full button layout that goes. It's got, what is that? 1, 2, like 8 buttons around the thumb, I think. No, it does 6 buttons around the thumb. Yeah. So I'm kind of tempted. I just don't know if it's good enough for that. So, but yeah, games. If you get a question, go ahead. I'm happy to try to answer. My thing is, I wonder what the reach back's going to be like on that. Because I can see the forward ones and the top ones, but going backwards with my thumb to push to do something, I don't know. I'm going to like that, or if I'm going to be able to use the middle part of my thumb. I wonder if they got these at Best Buy where I could go up and try one. This has got to be a really big question. Because it's taking a long time to type it. I didn't see a question. It didn't put a question. I'm looking at YouTube chat. I'm looking at Lumia chat. I'm looking at Kick chat. It didn't post a question anywhere. It just said, "Hey, I have a question." 3 minutes later, it says, "So yeah, that's my question." And then you said you already asked. I don't see a question, unless every platform failed at the same time. Which, who knows? It's possible. Where did you ask it? Where are you asking at? Are you asking in some? Is there somewhere I don't see? Is anybody else in chat seeing these questions I don't see? This is kind of crazy. I think you're the... Can you? To my... Can you to my? Can you to my YouTube channel? So confused, but by the broken essence of what I'm seeing there, I'm assuming you're asking me to look at your YouTube channel? Is it just SB Games or SB Games? There's like a million SB Games. Okay. I mean, I'll look at it. I don't. Okay, what am I looking at? What do you want? What do you want me to look at on it? Okay, I'm looking at it. What do you want me to look at? Just please, 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 please. I'm looking at it. I'm here looking at it. Are you saying you want me to advertise your YouTube channel on my stream? Is that what you're asking for? Okay, then what do you want me to look at? Okay. I'm looking at it. Sub? No, I don't do sub for sub. I don't do that. I'll check it out later and see, like, yeah. No, you can unsubscribe from me because I don't do follow for follow and that stuff. If I like the content and it's somebody I watch and do that stuff, then I, whatever. Yeah. So no offense. I mean, feel free to unsub here and unfollow and all that stuff because I don't do sub for sub because it's technically against YouTube rules, if you didn't know, because it's uncongregated, uncorrugated content, so they don't allow you to do that if they catch you. I mean, but you can do you. You're supposed to actually foster content of people who want to watch you, and it takes time and all that stuff and marketing and yada yada yada. So my suggestion would be, if you got a video on there you like, just go on to your Twitter and your threads and link your video. You'll get some natural corrugated views on stuff 100% that way. Because the subs on YouTube are just follows anyway. All they care about really is actually how long does somebody watch a video? How many people watch these videos? That's what matters on YouTube. And I'm by no means an expert. I lost my partnership on YouTube because I didn't pay attention to YouTube enough because I stream on Twitch and I stream on Kick now too and stuff like that. But it's really hard to get discovered as a live streamer on YouTube. They just don't have good discovery for live content. They have pretty good discovery for videos though and stuff. So I would say just, make sure you're on social media. Make a link tree or something like that with all your different social medias on there and then market that. And that'll help you out a lot. And just make sure you're making good quality videos. Almost all my videos are pretty phoned in on YouTube. Most of them are my live streams, and I've just exported them out to YouTube so people can watch the VODs later. I'm trying to work on getting better on content. So I am not a good reference of like good quality YouTube content, in my opinion. I hope to be better. So, but yeah. That would be the thing there. So. Appreciate you stopping by though and saying hey, but I would just do the advice of sticking with it. Just the more content you make, the better you'll get, and try to get that stuff. Because if you just go to people's channels and ask them to sub to you, I mean, you could have look at me. I have what, like 4,000 or 5,000 people subbed on YouTube. You know what that does for me? Nothing. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. It's about how many people watch your videos. That's all that matters. So. But I think that's So hopefully you heard some of that, even though you blocked it. So, yeah, how many watches and how long to watch? We try to educate people, George. You know what I mean? Like I get it. People want to get out there and they want to get the big numbers on their stuff, but it's the same reason I get people that come to my Twitch channel when I got 20 to 50 people watching me and go, "Hey, bro, how do you have like 25,000 followers but you only got 50 people watching you?" Apparently, you're new at this because the numbers of followers mean nothing, right? Followers will stay with you forever. It's about core gang content of people watching you on any platform. The subs don't. The subs matter. Follows are just a nice little bookmark, meaning somebody will check you out at some point in time. And some people don't even watch YouTube or Twitch, and they'll like do that for the giveaways and stuff we used to do, and they never have come back to the platform ever again. So I would be shocked if more than half the people that actually have followed me on any of the platforms are actual genuine users of the platforms on a regular basis. And they're not people over the last 9-10 years that like hit the button and then didn't do anything else beyond that. You know what I mean? It would surprise me. Oh, you have to remind me what that is. It sounds very familiar. I've got so many things marked down. Let me look it up. There's a ton of, like, I won't say B games, but a ton of games coming out that are like, I don't know the best way to put it. They're not AAA studio games, but they're still, you know what I mean? This is the survival game, right? I know I got it favorited. Is this single player? Is this one the one that's single player, or is this the one that's multi? There was one that was single, and there was one that was like a big multiplayer one. Then co-op on Steam. Okay. Is it 2-player or 4-player co-op? That could be interesting. 4-player. If it's multiplayer, I'd probably say yes, definitely. If it's single player, I'd probably say at some point I will. You know what I mean? And it also depends if they throw a key out on it or not. I haven't seen anything on the keys on that one. Have you seen the Coreborn one yet? I would assume it's 2 unless they state otherwise when it says co-op. Am I just guessing? I think this is the one that Bodus messed around with a while ago. We all get keys for it. I don't think I played it. I'd have to ask Bodus to be double sure. But it looks kind of like the one he did. Oh, the screen. It's kind of like a cross between a survival and a
Week out
looter.
of Next Fest with our open beta demo for a whole week. So you can play everything you're seeing today. You can play the whole game. There is some limitations, which we'll run into when I now in a moment jump into the game and tell you about all the things that have been changed. And also, and here's the most important note, if this is the first time you're hearing about us, no worries. I'll give a little super quick run through of what this game is before I jump into the dev update. But even more importantly, please wishlist us. If you like what you're seeing today, if you know people that where these have crit, endurance, and defense, the time, awesome, we're looking so good. This reappear, and then, well, so these two seem to hate each other. Yeah, I would like to hear your opinion on that. There's a lot of tuning that is still open. Controls. Let me give you a quick.
I'm pretty sure this is the one I saw Botus play.
There's 3 worlds in this game. Basically, there is adventures and.
The thing about it is, it just was bad when I saw it last. It was really bad. I'd have to double check with him and see if that's the one. Break in. This is not a lot of. Not a lot of stuff that's that interesting coming out anytime soon here that I'm saying. As far as the regular Steam game stuff. Now, one thing I am interested in and I do have, it actually shows up right here, George. I do have that Sudoku to get Dynasty here on my wish list. I probably want to play this gun simulator one too, actually, but it was, I think it's free. Gord's another one we've been waiting on. So there's a lot coming out here. So you have Gord, which I thought Gord was pretty fun. We did the little demo of it. This one I'm definitely playing. And I think it releases at the same time. Well, it's next week later. And so we also have Shadow Gambit Curse Crew.
In the lost Caribbean Sea was a captain mighty. Mordecai was his name. He succumbed to the white flame. His treasure was lost and his crew was tossed. Now is the day cursed pirates have their way. That's the life we live. Come along for the trip. When plans go astray, we find us a way. We put them to a stop and give them the choke. We're a cursed crew and Marty's our ship. Soul magic restores our crew from before, yes, before. Black pearls in our chest.
It's like, it looks like almost like a turn-based type of, not turn-based necessarily, but like an RTS / turn-based / Desperado type game, except it's, you know,
Ignatia is their leader. You do well to exceed her. The treasure she pursues across the ocean blue. She'll conquer the brine for her grand
RPG-ish, yeah. Desperados does, yeah. And I like the Desperados games, so this could be really fun. This could be really fun. We'll see if we can work it in, but it definitely looks like something potential there. And these all come out in August as well. Armored Core. I don't know. I
Ready to climb the wall?
I like bot games like these, the mech games, but
Why hide behind another's
this one's a little bit more, not so much focused on mech, more focused on flying around the screen. So we'll see.
Let's see how far they can fly.
We'll see on that one. Men of War September. Man, that game wrecked me. I am not good at that one. I am not good at this one at all. I think it's cool, and I'll probably play it more, but it just tore me up. Look at Front Mission Remake. Front Mission Remake. Oh, Front Mission Remake. Meh. It's a meh for me. Definite meh. Oh, don't forget the Chainsaw Texas Massacre comes out 18th. Gotta jump all over that. Payday 3 would be interesting to see if that does anything. Maybe it was Dawnlands or something. No, it wasn't Dawnlands. It was something like that that Botus was playing. Open World Survive Karth. Still no date on it. Remnant 2. Remnant was weird. Remnant I thought was pretty good, and then it just kind of, I don't know what it was. Just kind of, it fell off. Like, I don't even remember what this is. Online co-op multiplayer, Aska. Oh, Frontier Falling. Still no date on this. This is like a better looking base building Stellaris type thing. I'm super excited about this one. No date though.
Remember. Remember the rage of the sea.
Is she the crow?
Remember
Is this the crow?
light in the darkness. And when the dead winter comes,
It's the ancient crow.
remember those who never sleep.
Enough! We don't show anything about the game. Enough! Steer your ship. I wonder how relevant that is in the actual game then. Survive, build, craft, fight, farm, and sail, but don't forget for the dead of winter when the ancient sea rises against you. Yeah, no date on that either. It's obviously still rough. Rooted? Really?
Your attention, please. This is a state emergency announcement. The not attempt and check stocks. They are here to protect you.
Really? So this is rooted. Interesting. I guess they have because I'm following it.
Your attention, please. This is a state emergency announcement. The Rotor Laboratory, on behalf of the government, assures that none of the bacteriological attacks will harm citizens' health. I quote, "There are no risks of any kind. You are safe in your house. Not attempt leaving the city using transportation services and check stop."
This looks way, I mean, looks way different than what the day before was.
It is crucial to have your
Doesn't
ID
it?
card with you at all times in case of control.
Is there any recent news on that? Nope. Wow. I know, that's the thing. I'm like really confused by that. I mean, if that's the same game, which I don't think it is, if that's the same game, they literally threw out all the stuff they had. I think they're still in this legal dispute. That's crazy. Yeah, I think there's something going on there with that. Yeah, I think, well, it added to mine too, and I've never heard of rooted. I don't think that I know of. So maybe there's a Steam idea for the game before, and it got reassigned to this Rooted game, and then it slapped us all on as following it. You know what I mean? Like as a placeholder, like, oh, insert this game. And there you go. Because that don't make no sense to me. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I think that's a Steam oopsie. You know what I mean? Is anybody else gonna watch the Ahsoka series on Disney Plus? I'm actually kind of hyped about it. I'm hoping it's as good as it might look. Rooted. Yep. So it looks like August will be a good month. We got a lot of stuff coming out there, and then that'll lead into September, and then we have Starfield September. So I kept talking about when we're going to be doing Dark Side Atlas, but I don't know anymore. I get tired of trying to tell people, oh yeah, you know, I can't wait, and then I don't think we have a date yet. Guess they're filming the intro thing for it now. Yeah, it'll be pretty good for a while. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Hmm. Mm-hmm. What up?
You know the bed? It's like 13 feet off the ground.
13 feet off the ground?
It's higher than Cody's bed.
So you're living in the ceiling.
It is higher than my bed. Are you trying to get me to conquer my fear of heights or something?
It's a bed, son.
It's so high. Oh my god.
It's so high? How high is it?
I can break a leg getting off.
You can break a leg getting off your bed.
What if I roll in my sleep and now hit the table on my head and get concussion? It's higher than your guys' bed.
Let me go look at this bed. I'll be right back. Shit. I'll be right back. It's the highest it's ever been. It's the highest it ever will be. It's the highest it ever could be. Oh my god, that's loud. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway. So yeah. It's a little tall. It's not as tall as they exaggerated it to, but it's a little tall. I'll show you guys. Let's go here. It's a little tall. It's a little tall. Yeah. If I can get focused in. So, the thing is, they put the box springs on there with the mattress. And it's a platform bed. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit taller. Right? So, it's not 13 feet. It does have like 12 to 16 inches underneath it, though. So I'm sure that's what he was referring to. It's craziness. Crazy. 3 foot and rising. I'd say it's a good 3 feet tall to the top of his mattress, because my son's got a box springs, a mattress, an egg crate like for cushion on top of the mattress, and then it's on top 16 inches, so it's up there. So he's like, what happens if I get out of bed and I try to touch the floor and I fall over? I'm like, I guess you'll learn the first time you do it, right? After you do that once or twice, you won't do it no more. And of course, they stuck all the boxes for that and everything else in the middle of my garage, where all my weightlifting equipment is, so I don't have any room to go down and use my weights again. So we're back to that. All right. Guess we should check out the new game. I got to remember to record this part so I can come back and do what I need to do. But yeah, that's always a conundrum with the thing. When is what and all this stuff popping out. Alexa, play notification. It's starting to get gray out, so I imagine there are storms coming soon.
One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lee's Summit. It'll be in effect until July 14th, 4:30 p.m. CDT.
So we have a severe thunderstorm warning for my area. That's for the next 1 hour, which hasn't rained yet that I know of. Let's look at the radar. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think anything. So there's it a coming. That's a goddamn. That's a big storm. Yeah. It's a big storm. That's a really big storm. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, hope for no hail for sure, because our car sits outside. God, I don't need hail damage. Matter of fact, let me call my dad real quick. Sorry about that. I had to call my dad. I wanted to make sure his cell phone's charged because he always forgets to do that. That's all I need. All his power to go out, and then he can't call him or he can't call me or nothing. So that would be a mess. Well, if power starts to get funky over here, then we are probably going to shut her down. But we'll give an attempt. We'll give an attempt, I think, to do some Jagged Alliance, I think. I think it'd be good. By the way, guys, appreciate you guys just hanging out and chatting stuff. I love doing just like, talking and hanging out too. And all that stuff. Combiner, how you doing? And remember, all of our emotes over on Kick are available, not just to subscribers. You can use those as well if you like any and you want to. We also are going to start uploading more 7TV emotes as well. So if you have 7TV extension on your browser, there you go. It's a little slower, I think, sometimes. Chat's not updating for you? I read it. Just it has a little delay, I think. Sometimes. My phone's at 92%, so I'm good. All right, let's update our stuff. And everybody else playing Jagged Alliance as well, but I want to look at it. It looked pretty good. It's great. Played Pharaoh State. Nice. Yeah, I've been looking forward to it. We got a sponsored key, so we'll jam on it. Beautiful thing about being on Kick on the weekends is no commercials. And then I got to update the YouTube as well. All right, YouTube's updated now. Good. All right, let's dive into it and check it out. All right, guys, we're going to check out Jagged Alliance 3. We did receive the key from over at Terminals. Thank you again to the sponsors, beautiful guys over at KHQ for making this awesome game. And yeah, thanks for the key. Thanks for letting us check it out. So we're going to do this, and we'll do a little bit of a kind of playthrough review video with this one. So. Now we're going to play regular there. I think we'll go with regular. Dead is dead. I think we're gonna play Dead is Dead, because we don't go back saves. We don't play that game here. We suck at games, but we deal with the consequences. Dead is dead, my friend. We're not gonna make it harder, but we are gonna make it us accountable, because accountability is a thing. We'll see what happens. The original Jagged Alliance games in the 1990s poked fun at cliches and stereotypes that existed in action movies of the time. Jagged Alliance 3 continues in this tradition, but also takes jabs at contemporary issues and pop culture. This game is a work of fiction where a lot of stuff blows up and is not based on any real person's locations or events. Players are encouraged to use their own judgment and discretion when playing the game and deciding which group of enemies gets the first grenade.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
This is Emma Lafontaine. Thank you for agreeing to help me find my father. I don't have much time to talk. I've been told it's no longer safe for me here, so I'm preparing to leave. I can't believe a city that only a few months ago was filled with joy and hope is now a place of fear and suspicion. But perhaps that tells you just how important my father is to this country. You see, Alphonse Lafontaine is much more than just the president. He is the symbol of my people's faith in a brighter future for Grand Chien. Since his abduction, that faith has been shaken. Things like law and justice are fragile concepts here, and the political enemies my father made are already calling for emergency powers to be invoked. I don't know if they are behind the kidnapping, but I am sure they are planning to take advantage of it. The person who took my father calls himself the Measure. I haven't been able to find out who he really is, but everyone knows what he wants. He has demanded the entire Ajani River Valley be given to him. His followers, who call themselves the Legion, have already seized most of it. But he has vowed to execute my father should the government attempt to intervene. I've wired the money you requested. Please, assemble your team and come meet me on Ernier Island at Corazon Santiago's villa. She is the Adonis representative I told you about in my email. Her diamond mining operations can help with additional funding should you need it. My car is here. I have to go. I'll have more details for you when we meet.
Maybe he's a major general. Majorly. I don't know. This webpage for the Association of International Mercenaries, or AIM for short. Here you can browse different mercs. For your starting squad, it's recommended that you hire at least 3 mercs. But do keep watch on your funds. You'll be able to hire mercs at any time during your mission. So don't worry if you currently lack the funds to hire most legendary mercs. All right. Oh man, Steroid. Bobby Steroid. Oh. We got 40K. This guy's offline. You read his name as Baby Steroid?
This is Bobby Gontarski. Do you have business? I thank you for giving me the business. I see you.
Text. Marksman, huh? Woo! Woo! Explosive at Ernie Red Spragg. Man.
Fox here. If this is about a job, I'm all ears. Well, that's not completely true. I have other parts too.
Yeah, what's Fox's deal? Oh, she's medic too, huh? She is too. Buns? I don't know. What do you think? We want Fox? Reveals all enemies if you have intel for the sector. That's a pretty cool perk.
Okay, it's a deal. By the way, I hear Wolf is available, and I love working with him. I'd be so appreciative if you hired him too.
Who's Wolf? Wow. It's 10K though, girl. Come on. Oh, who's this guy? Keith Blood Hansen. Whose flag is that?
Blood here. What is up? All right. Now you're cooking with fire.
South Africa? Nice. All right, so we got 3 there. I feel like I need a sniper or something. Raider Online. His leadership's a 9. His leadership's a 91. 6. So far, Fox is like the brightest in the group we got. He's 18. 21. He's an all-rounder. He's Raven. He's a mechanic, doctor, marksman.
You got the wolf. You also got the cash. We can do business.
We'll do it.
If Fox is on your team, then you bet your ass I am too. I'm in. I guess I'll be packing my bags then.
I think that's gonna be our team. Starting to hear the storm roll in. So if power goes away, you know what happened.
as always.
All right, let's get into it.
We're moving. You got it.
Something went down over there. That's not good.
You got it.
Yeah, okay. Found a Scuzz one.
Oh, what?
Don't tease me. Anything for you.
Wow.
Huh? We're moving. I should be working out.
You got it.
Oh, this is worth investigating.
So can you crouch?
What is up, man?
You got it. Anything for you. Got a clear shot here.
Shoot him. What? I got a clear shot that I can't hit.
This is what happens when you are not properly pumped.
You got the wolf. Watch and learn.
Yeah. This one will fall before me.
Okay.
This idea stinks worse than spoiled meat. I'll buy a lottery ticket.
I don't understand. I guess because that's blocking, but it's like I don't get stats on it.
What's the plan, Chief? You got the wolf.
To obey, warren dogs! Now it is us that will bring the pain!
Don't tease me. I could do this blindfolded and tied up.
Okay.
What is up, man?
Blood here.
Let's get moving.
What's the plan, Chief? Yo.
You got it.
What's on your mind? What are the chances I'll find a decent bottle of conditioner?
Take all.
Of course.
All right. Nice.
You just like watching me walk. Don't tease me.
Uh-huh.
We're moving.
We're on it. You got it.
I hope there is some protein powder in here.
We're moving.
Copy that.
Hey, look at this. We're on it.
Ooh la la, don't shoot. I'm just a bystander here. An innocent civilian. I heard some shots fired up the hill. I came to take a look and I saw the Legion getting their asses kicked. But I'm not with them. I was just doing a bit of scavenging on the beach. Yeah, that's how I provide for my family. Oh, you mean this gun here? It's just... it's just for protection, boss. These are dangerous times on the island. Well, that's the Patriotic Legion of Grand Chien. Quite a gang they are. I think some of them were trying to snatch that Emma girl, the president's daughter, but I guess that didn't work out. Don't know nothing, boss. I've just heard that the major wants the girl. I guess he wishes to complete it. Oh, well, huh. You know, you're right. I think I heard something about that. But I don't know anything. I don't want to be involved. Oh, yes, boss. A big family over in the Rust. That's what we call the area just east of town. It's not a nice...
Old war equipment. Could be.
They depend on me, you see. If I don't bring home the bacon, they don't eat. Eh ouais, Chien Sauvage, the best team in Grand Chien. Their merchandise is shit though. I asked for 30. No. This is not true. Don't shoot me, boss. I mean, maybe I had some dealings with the Legion in the past, but who doesn't? Look, just let me go to my family and I will give you diamonds from my secret stash. I swear.
They all have major consequences. Wow.
Thank you, boss. I knew you were kind and gentle.
Let's check for supplies.
What do you mean?
Come to daddy, beautiful.
Well, that's all the supplies at once. Okay.
We hear you, Chief.
Of course.
Let's take a walk. We're moving.
We all go now.
Of course.
We're moving. Let's take a walk.
Are you Miss Lafontaine's mess? Go on inside. They are expecting you.
There is something unknowable here.
Of course.
Thank God you made it. I wanted to warn you, but you were already en route. Legion forces have landed on Ernier. They even tried to attack us here at the villa. I can't imagine what they want with this tiny island.
It is neither Ernie Island nor my villa they want. It is you. Perhaps they think capturing you would make your father more cooperative.
Then I'm sorry I came. I didn't mean to put anyone else in jeopardy.
Soon, the only people in jeopardy will be the Scuzzwards who took your father.
I am so grateful to hear you say that. Grand Chien's own government can't do a thing to help. I am reassured by your confidence. Here, please take this as a gesture of my appreciation.
Oh, I'll take the money.
Welcome. Now, as to beginning your search, I suppose questioning the Legion soldiers on Ernier about my father would be a good way for you to start. This is Corazon Santiago. She's the director of operations in Grand Chien for the Adonis operation. Her people encountered the Legion face to face.
Can you guys hear that?
She will manage additional funding while you are in the field.
Doesn't matter to me who writes the checks, Chief. Just so long as they don't bounce.
Hello, it is good to meet you. As Emma said, I will provide you with a cut of the proceeds from the Adonis diamond mines to help fund your mission as you liberate each one from Legion control.
Just so you know, I like my cut nice and thick.
whole mines full of diamonds? Well, now you've got this girl's attention.
But first things first. The Legion has overrun the island, capturing the town and the old fortress. Liberating the town is essential to securing transport to the mainland. But securing the whole island will ensure you have a good base of operations. Additionally, the locals may be appreciative and give useful intel.
Sounds like this little island could serve as a good HQ, Chief.
Led by a man calling himself the Major. It is the largest paramilitary group in the
I will show them the force of my incredible biceps, and they will run, or I will smash them! Ha ha ha!
Good luck. Corazon and I will be keeping in touch.
Via radio.
No problem.
This is worth investigating.
We're moving.
Go on in. The door is open. I thought about joining AIM, but Adonis has better health benefits and a retirement plan. Hey, if any of those big bad Legion guys scare you, just come running back here, and we'll take care of them for you. All right?
Come on!
Spotted something over there. Let's get a move on.
We all go now.
Interesting.
The assertive type, eh? I like that. They'll never see me, which is kind of a shame, frankly.
Ready for a fight.
Oh, I like that view. That's cool.
What is up, man? We're moving.
Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet. Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet. They'll never see me, which is kind of a shame, frankly.
Chief. No problemo, Chief. Yo. You got the room. Yo. this. Can't see me now, can ya?
They won't see me until it's too late.
They'll never see me, which is kind of a shame, frankly. Let's play hide and go seek, but with Get ready, they're here. They'll never see me, which is kind of a shame, frankly.
Pay attention. This is how it's done commando style.
There. The village is full of them. They shot Tine and took Emmett, and I decided to sneak away. But there are more of them here. We will sneak up on them and shoot them, right?
Low and slow.
You want me to hide? I completely bought the wrong outfit.
All right, so over here, if you had a sniper or something, I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet.
Be quiet now!
Quiet and deadly as the plague.
Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet.
so long. Think I had more.
Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet.
Quiet and deadly as the plague. I will fall on them like a tree in the forest!
You want me to hide? I completely brought the wrong outfit.
I don't know, they just saw me. Damn it.
Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet. Let's play hide and go seek, but with live ammo.
What is up, man? Blood here.
Pretty far miss.
Be quiet now! I will wait for the puny enemies to make their little moves.
Raise the nation and die!
Wolf is on the prowl.
They'll never see me, which is kind of a shame, frankly. So this is what it feels like being the one doing the staring.
Pay attention. This is how it's done, commando style.
I will follow them like a tree in the forest! What is up, man?
I will take the fight to them!
That's cause what better go buy a lottery ticket. Oh.
God damn it all to hell!
Let me just see my courage!
Oh.
Over les gens!
Get behind cover. Keep low.
Ah. This will be fun! Just hold still, damn you!
Ready for a fight. Blood's gonna draw some blood. Time to put my nose in the dirt. Maybe I'll find a trouble.
Need a hide? I completely put up the wrong outfit. Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet. Unless there's a camera nearby, I'd be exposing myself for nothing.
Plan, Chief. Dig it out.
Blood here.
Show them our strength! You got the whip.
Yes? Got a clear shot here.
And totally missed it, apparently.
Ha! Can't you try again, dog?
Yo.
No hand to hand.
Grab me some cover.
That's all he can do is take cover.
What is up, man? This Gusball's going down.
You would not scare us! That's a kill!
About to make mince meat here.
Ah!
Yeah.
Let's see how correct!
What's the plan, Chief? Watch and learn.
That was almost as good as I would have done it. Be quiet now!
Don't tease me. I could do this blindfolded and tied up. This won't hurt a bit. Well, it won't hurt me anyway.
Damn.
Blood here. Moving. Come on!
I will take the fight to them! Shoot! Drive those foreigners back where they came from!
Ah! I hope that won't leave a bruise. Got a clear shot here.
Ready for a fight. got it.
You got the wolf. No sweat.
I should be working out. Yeah, okay.
They're trying to tenderize me.
Got a lot of wounds here, man.
You just like watching me walk.
Blood! Bleeding blood! Blood's gonna draw some blood.
Whatever, bro. Like, I don't even understand him at all.
Yo. Watch him work.
You mean over there?
What is up, man?
This guzzball's going down. We must not forget that there are more enemies hiding.
Blood here.
What's on your mind? I'll do my best.
What is up, man?
How do you treat his
Don't tease
wounds?
me.
Like,
You just like watching me walk.
Hey, thanks, man. Next time we in town, I'll buy you dinner.
all right.
Yeah, this is good. Just need to get my vitamins and I will be even better.
You got it.
What's the plan, Chief? No sweat.
Actually,
Yo. What's the plan, Chief?
Blood here.
there's somebody to loot here. Yeah.
Let's see what kind of snacks we got here.
Copy that. What is up, man?
Can do.
Come on!
Yeah, I go. Enemy sighted. They are small and girlish. I will fall on them like a tree in the forest. It is a shame they will not be able to watch me move.
You got the wolf. Can do. Pay attention. This is how it's done commando style.
Blood here.
Wolf is on the prowl. Moving up to get the drop on them. Wolf is on the prowl.
Yes? You want me to hide? I completely bought the wrong outfit.
Keeping a watch over the pups.
Sometimes it's more fun when you have to try to be quiet.
Yeah.
Ready for a fight. No problem. I'll see them before they see me. Don't think this is gonna work. So much for my soup's late surprise.
Huh? Enemies! This is a bad place to be, Chief.
Oh, man. Blood. Bleeding blood. This idea stinks worse than spoiled meat.
Nah, I have no shot.
Gardez-vous distance!
should be working out. This one will fall before me. Moving. If I miss, it is okay.
Don't tease me. You sure there is any better than here? So this is what it feels like being the one doing the staring.
Yo.
Huss, huss, huss!
Moving into position. Blood's gonna draw some blood.
Hand this one to the ground!
Down to the last unfriendly, Chief.
Ha! All evil has been lifted and separated.
Oh, we got him.
Huh? I hope there is some protein powder in here.
What's on your mind?
Blood here.
Hey, look at this.
Locked.
Don't tease me.
I should be working out. Uh-huh.
What's on your mind? I'll do my best. Yes?
Let us look at that.
Can do.
Interesting. Well, we've also reached that hour where I need to get ready for dinner, guys. So we're going to take a break, do dinner, and we're going to come back to this. So it's been fun so far. Still trying to figure out get my head back around this type of gameplay. It's a little bit different than the other tactical turn-based, but I think I got it now after getting my crew halfway wrecked and dead. I think we're on top of it, but we'll be back, and we're going to continue to check this out here, and I'll see you here in a few hours. So, take it easy.